Hello and welcome to another product video breakdown from Longhorn Tactical. Today we will be taking a look at Fenix's latest iteration of their very popular HM65R, the HM65R-DT.
Hey y'all, take this time to like and subscribe to the Longhorn Tactical YouTube channel. Thanks.
Which I assume stands for dual temperature, because the LEDs are now two distinct temperatures, one that is far warmer than the previous. Upon first glance, you will notice that Fenix's HM65R-DT comes in two exciting new colors. There's of course the black body with the classic Fenix orange headband with the black edges, but in addition there is now a new, very sort of muted, almost like a mauve, sort of purple, with a gray headband body with the lavenderish sort of edges, and this color, which they call Nebular. It has a sort of gradient purple headband, which goes from a dark, deep royal purple to a, I would say almost like a, sort of like red heavy magenta, as well as a body. The body of the headband has a very nice, almost sort of candy paint effect, where the gradient is coming across as much more saturated. The gradient is actually far more smoother, changes in hue, depending on the angle at which it is viewed. And now for a quick specification breakdown of the new Fenix HM65R-DT. The Fenix HM65R-DT is equipped with a primary luminous SST40 white LED, consistent with the previous HM65R-T and the HM65R before it. However, now the secondary LED has been changed to a luminous SST20 warm white LED. The body of the Fenix HM65R-DT, however, is still made from the unique magnesium alloy, which Fenix purports is up to 30% lighter than aluminum alloy, while still retaining excellent impact resistance as well as durability for a far lighter, more comfortable to wear headlamp. The maximum brightness of the Fenix HM65R-DT is 1500 lumen, and that is with both the primary and secondary LEDs active simultaneously. The primary cool white LED is capable of a 1300 lumen max, whereas the secondary warm white LED is capable of a 400 lumen max. The peak beam distance of the Fenix HM65R-DT is 186 yards. And now for the dimensions of the Fenix HM65R-DT. It is 3.15 inches long. It is 1.54 inches in depth, and it is 1.85 inches tall. It weighs 3.21 ounces. And now for a close-up comparison between the Fenix HM65R-T as well as the newer Fenix HM65R-DT. When it comes to the secondary LEDs on the Fenix HM65R-T, which utilizes a Cree XP-G2S3 neutral LED, the Fenix HM65R-DT utilizes the luminous SST20 warm LED. And furthermore, a sharp eye will recognize over the lens of the Fenix HM65R-T. The lens of the Fenix HM65R-T has that slight Fresnel effect, giving it a slight opaqueness, whereas the lens of the secondary LED on the Fenix HM65R-DT is completely polished. And the side-by-side beam comparison of the secondary LEDs illustrate the effect that this very slight lens change has on the light profile. The HM65R-DT has a much more crisp outer ring that defines the warm hotspot of the secondary LED, whereas the HM65R-T's neutral LED was purported to be more of a floodlight, and thus the HM65R-DT, with its more piercing warm LED, is designed specifically for those extreme trail runners that desire a more warm, concentrated light with the ability to pierce through haze, fog, sand, and dust. And here is the operation guide of the Fenix HM65R-DT. Fenix HM65R-DT uses the same sort of hinge system commonly found on the HM65R-T. It can be hinged all the way down, almost 90 degrees from the rear plate, with the LED modules facing completely down. And it has a sort of very nice ratcheting noise, letting you know that it is secure once you decide on the angle. No amount of vibration or any sort of agitation will really change this angle. And of course, the rear backplate also has this overhang, slight overhang, where when the headlamp is flush against the backplate, acts as a rudimentary button protection mechanism to help prevent any accidental activation. The HM65R-DT has the same controls as the previous generation. The right button controls the right LED, the left button controls the left LED, and so you simply hold to activate. The primary light button for the primary light. Hold again to deactivate. You hold the secondary LED button to activate the secondary light. Hold again to deactivate. While either light is on, tapping that light's button will cycle through its brightness settings. A low mode at 130 lumen, a mid mode at 400 lumen, and a high mode at 1300 lumen. And for the secondary LED, a low mode at 5 lumen, a mid mode at 130 lumen, and a high mode at 400 lumen. And of course the HM65R-DT, both LEDs can be activated simultaneously and set to either brightness, giving you up to 15 potential combinations. For instance, low primary, high secondary, or perhaps low secondary, mid primary, high primary. The choice is yours, giving you the perfect blend of whatever lighting you need in that specific situation. And of course, when both are turned on to its highest setting, the HM65R-DT is capable of that 1500 lumen max. The HM65R-DT comes with a Fenix ARB L21 3400 3400 mAh 18650 lithium-ion battery. This battery can be removed and replaced and recharged via this slot on the side. It says open. So you can just twist this portion and take out the battery and reinsert positive end in first if you happen to have a spare battery or want to replace the battery. But the removal is not really that necessary because the HM65R-DT is USB-C rechargeable. The USB-C charging port is on the rear of the headlamp body. Just angle the headlamp body forward. You can remove silicone protection cap to expose the USB-C port. And then use the included USB-C cable to charge the battery inside the HM65R-T. You will see the charging status indicator, 4 LEDs blinking on top. When all 4 lights are solid, you know the battery inside is fully charged. When it is not connected to the charging cable, at any time you can tap either button once to activate this battery level indicator. The Fenix HM65R-DT can be electronically locked to prevent accidental activation. At any time, press and hold both buttons for over 3 seconds. Like so, and you will see the secondary LED flash twice, letting you know it is now currently locked. Any subsequent button presses and inputs, the secondary LED will flash, letting you know it is still locked. To unlock, simply hold both buttons again for over 3 seconds. And the secondary LED will blink and then activate on its lowest mode, letting you know it is now unlocked. And the HM65R-DT still comes with Fenix's Sport Fit Headband system. I said that wrong. They call it their Sport Headband Fit system. It's this ratcheting mechanism, which is very clever. It's nice. Keeps things very simple and, more importantly, one-hand operable. First, just pull up on the knob, away from the headband essentially, like so. This allows the retracted strings to come out, effectively lengthening the headband. Then to lock the retracting system, simply snap it closed again. This puts the headband at its maximum length, which allows you to don said headband. This allows you to then twist the ratcheting knob of the Sport Headband Fit system, which essentially cinches down, retracting those cables in the rear, giving you a very nice, comfortable, one-handed method of being able to tighten your headband, keeping your other hand free for perhaps activities or looking at a map. That is Fenix's Headband Sport Fit system. Very convenient. And finally, the Fenix HM65R-DT is rated IP68 waterproof, meaning it is submersible up to 2 meters. Made from that durable magnesium alloy, which is purportedly 30% lighter than aluminum alloy, it still retains a 2-meter impact resistance. Very durable for its lightweight frame. Additionally, it is capable of withstanding temperatures from -35 degrees centigrade all the way up to 45 degrees centigrade. An incredibly durable, lightweight, dual temperature headlamp specifically designed for trail runners. The Fenix HM65R-DT adds a warm, piercing spotlight for particularly precarious trails, such as dusty, foggy, sandy, or particularly hazy trails for the most seasoned and experienced trail runners. The Fenix HM65R-DT is available at longhorntactical.com. If you have enjoyed this video, or think I am a big dumb fart, please leave a comment or suggestion below. To stay up to date on future product releases, sales announcements, and all things flashlight related, please consider subscribing to the Longhorn Tactical YouTube channel. And thank you.